You had a rough one last night there, buddy?
A little bit. Actually, no, not that bad.
What happened? Yo, welcome back to the channel. It's D here. It's March 26th, Sunday. We're at good old MX23. It's one of their first weekends open. I believe they were open all week, or second weekend. He was open since a week or two prior, but this is one of the first real big weekends they had. And I know next weekend he's having a big event here. Anyway, we're gonna do 2 tree laps with me at MX23 on my brandy new freshy Heritage FC350 Husqvarna. Love the bike. As you know, if you follow along, I've already had a 23 Husky FC350. This is just the Heritage model, so we'll talk a little bit about differences there. Cat and Mouse, my nephew in front of me, PD's ripping it up. It's our first track day since last, I don't know, I want to say November. We were at Southwick. So the videos are back to the norm that I used to do. We'll give you a couple laps of track view, my observation of the track, and I'll talk a little bit about this Heritage and what I noticed for differences. I'll start with that. The Heritage is exactly the same as the regular model. It just has a white frame, all white plastics with some dope graphics on it. It's got a Pro Taper handlebar pad, and I think the wheels, my old one had Dirt Star DID wheels. This one has Excel black wheels, and I don't really think there's anything else different. All is the same. The seat cover is different. It's got it's kind of like a wannabe non-slip, but it's still slippery as hell. So anyway, any questions, just reach out to me. It's the same bike as last year, 10 millimeters lower and all that. Here's the lap at MX23 with me, coming out of the hole from the front, straight away. I'm in third gear here on the FC350, taking this right-hander. This had like a big kicker on the tunnel jump. Landing, I'm coming inside on the left here. The soil here is awesome. Real tacky, loomy, kind of soft, spongy, maybe mulchy feeling. There's like a kicker here with a one-line rut. He put some whoops or rollers here, some big rollers to slow down that section, it's actually fun and challenging. Taking the inside here, as we watch, I'll show you why that's the right line, because you get smoked if you go outside, even though this kid's coming up right beside me showing me a wheel. There was that big table I was struggling, then that left-hander and these 2 singles, then a real mulchy, muddy left-hander to this tabletop I was struggling to clear, and a floating single to a left-hander before the biggest double on the track, which is pretty cool. Hard base landing right there. This is all hard base. Then it's cool here. Skid slide in the right-hander, seat bouncing or trying to clear that step down, and then this big table. I was minting that today, struggling to make this inside turn, so I decided to make my own. Going outside's not bad if you can rail it and jump into these whoops, but then you straight away third gear here, taking this rutted out left. The inside's also the right choice. This was real choppy and sticky mud-like kind of soil. I was going inside, it was real deep and mucky, not like muddy, but mulchy. Then a rutted face table to the right-hander that has some G-outs in it, then a left hand. I was practicing my inside turns today. As you can see, I was taking most of the insides. A couple of things I was also practicing today was focusing on rolling into my turns instead of stopping. Like for instance, this left-hander, I was stopping way too hard to line this up. Otherwise, I just pull my clutch in and roll through it and then get on the gas gradually was the right ticket. But if you're like me, as you know, like I can talk this game all day long, but when I'm on the bike, doing it is another thing. So you actually, for me, I gotta say, hey, stupid, start rolling into this turn instead of stopping so hard. So more of a forward momentum kind of a thing. That's my tip and what I've been working on today. Haven't been on a motocross track in a while, so riding aggressively and charging forward was not there as usual. I think I was going pretty good, jumping and stuff. It's a brand new bike. I mean, I didn't set up much. I just swapped all the clickers over from my other one. And just a little thing that I'll tell you on this bike is on compression, I'm all the way out. I'm like one click out. I want to say it's like 38 turns front and rear out. I'm about 170 pounds with riding gear, 175 pounds or whatever, maybe 180. Sags at 105, 106. I just found running this bike soft while it's breaking in is awesome. I wasn't bottoming, so I don't know. It's more of a feel thing. Some of you people will be, oh, that's crazy. I'd never do that, but that's what I'm doing if you're interested. I'm super soft. It's working out for J days in the woods. I can manage on the motocross track on a soft bike, but setting it up for the woods is key for me. Yeah. So that's that. The track was awesome today. The weather was awesome. This is in Brookfield, Massachusetts, and it's like a real like kind of swampy area. It's on Quad Bog Drive or whatever, so go figure. But Dan, the owner, takes great pride in this track. If you haven't been here, you got to check it out. All skills and levels seem to like it. The changes aren't drastic, so you always know what you're in for when you come here. And banging out laps here, it was tough because there was so many people here today that you get to ride, I want to say it was 15-minute motos. It's like once an hour per class, so we were here like 3.5 hours. I only rode 3 15-minute motos, which honestly on this track 15 minutes kind of beats you up. I would love a 20-minute so I could challenge myself for endurance for me. But the general run-of-the-mill riders on a Saturday, Sunday don't need that. I was talking to some people that were just entry. Their forearm pump is crazy and can't hang on after 2 laps. So that's not me. I'd rather a longer time. So if that's what you're looking for during the week, I don't think they do classes. Or when I've come, it wasn't as crazy busy as this. And you can bang out motos for 40 minutes if you want, because it's just, as long as there's not a lot of people, he won't break it up into classes, which is awesome. And that's what I shoot for. But, first track day, coming on a weekend, you're kind of chancing it. This track gets really beat and very challenging, but also a good workout. I like it. Anyway, back to the bike. Like I said, it's just the same as the regular 23, regular model, as opposed to this Heritage Edition. The suspension's 10 millimeters lower, front and rear, and yeah, I don't think there's anything else much to talk about. Like, the controls feel really well right out of the box to me. I might try rotating my bar clamp forward. I'm a little bit of a longer, like, limb kind of a rider, like longer legs and arms, so I might like that because I feel that I'm sitting way on the back of the bike. And I don't think it's the sag. I'm at 105 sag. Maybe I could tighten it up to like 103 to try, but I'll try the bar mount rotation forward first because that's 2 bolts, and maybe we'll try that next weekend. I will be at this track next weekend if the weather is right. A bunch of buddies from Vermont, New Hampshire are coming down. We're gonna meet up, I believe, at this track, so we'll be doing that. It'll be mob next weekend also. If you do come here and you want a smooth track, get here right at, like, I think they opened at 10 today. You want to be here before 10, so A, you can get parking. Otherwise, you got to go down the street to an auxiliary lot and walk up or whatever. It's just a pain in the ass. B, if you want the smooth track, getting here early when it's real mucky and prime, if that's what you're into. I like a midday track or towards the end of the day where it's rough. you just can't, I can't do as long of motos, but it's definitely challenging. It kills your hands with blisters and stuff. So, but yeah, overall track was awesome today. Dan, I was talking to him earlier, or end of the day, and he's just got so much heart into this track. He loves doing this for all of us, and he just, it's not about the money, it's about, like we spoke, he's like, it's all about, like, he wants it to be a family type of feeling. He just wants everybody to have fun, because that's, in theory, that's what we're all here for, is to have fun. We love riding, racing. Without a facility like this, it's not fun. And also next weekend, he's gonna have his kitchen open, so they're trying that out, do some food. And I know he has like people doing bike wash. I didn't see that today, but he has like a bike wash pad that you pay and people wash your bike. I don't know if that's up and running, but I think it's stuff to come. He's getting innovative with it. But anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. Expect to see more moto and trail riding stuff like this. If there's something you want to see more of, please comment. Let me know. If stuff you don't like, let me know. I'm just winging these videos, and I want to thank you all again for supporting the channel. And if you see me at the tracks, feel free to shout out at me and say what's up. And I don't bite. I'll talk to you. Anything you want to talk about. Anyway, I'll catch you at the next. Later.